In this first example, we're going to write a function called oddCount that has a parameter, which is an array of numbers, and it's going to return an integer, which is the number of odd numbers in the array. So this uses the counter pattern that we're becoming familiar with. So we're going to initialize a counter to 0, and then we're going to traverse through the array, and we're going to do a conditional check to see if the element is an odd number. If it is, we'll increment the counter. And then at the end, we're going to return a counter. So let's do that array traversal for okay. So our conditional statement, if the current element, and that's going to be numbers, element I, and to check if it's odd, we're going to use the mod operator. So mod 2 does not equal 0. That's a condition for an odd number of element I. And then we increment counter. All right, we'll run it to check for any syntax errors, and then we'll test it out over in the console. All right, so let's do oddCount, and we'll just pass in an array with 2 odd and 1 even numbers. All right, that worked. Let's just say if we only do an even number. Okay, and for an empty array, we shouldn't get an error or anything. It should just return 0. All right, there we have it. oddCount. We initialize a counter. We do array traversal. We start at 0. We end at less than numbers.length, and we step by 1. And then our condition for an odd number is that that number, mod 2, does not equal 0. So 2 does not divide evenly into the number. We know it's an odd number. And per the counter pattern, we just return whatever value is in the counter after our loop concludes.